Alright, hello. Welcome to the first official video, I guess, for the channel. We'll see. It's a hastily put together video. Hell, I'm using my S22 as a microphone, so we'll see how everything works out anyway. But this is mainly just for a December update, just to kind of show off some things that we've worked on, and just to communicate on how things are going to be moving forwards with the game. So just a quick introduction. So I'm Tyler Oxenberry, or Mr. Ox on my screen persona. I am a published author, a science fiction writer, and I am the creator of the Chronicles Wasteland Assault. The game takes place after these books here. I've written 4 of them. We got the Wasteland, Guardian, and Tyrant. I've just recently finished the 4th one, Mutation. If you are into reading and you like the sci-fi kind of stuff, then do check out the books. You can get it any kind of major online retailer. You can get it as an electronic version or soft cover, hardcover. And I'm always keen to hear other people's thoughts on the books and the game itself. So yeah, if you've read the books, played the game, do let me know. But we'll get into the actual update of the game itself. First things first, what's happening with the Chronicles Wasteland Assault? Now, I've seen plenty of articles online. It's funny, actually. And a lot of them aren't in English. A lot of them are in different languages. If I do see an article about the game itself or the books, it doesn't matter what language it's in, I'm always happy to read it and see people's thoughts. So with these articles, I see a consistent point where the game, the free version itself, is only for a limited time. I'd like to quickly clarify that that's not true. It's always going to be free. There's going to be free updates. There is going to be, DLC here and there. There's actually going to be one that I'm going to show off in a moment's notice anyway, but I'd like to clear that up first, that it's always going to be free. There's no limited time. There's no price on the game in the near future. There was one specific article where it said it was free until November 30th. Obviously, if you're watching this video now and you play the game, that's obviously not true. But no, it's always going to be a free to play game. And again, besides, DLC here and there, disregard if you've read that specific those points. Another thing is, I get some people asking the question is where the game is headed. Now, the previous game, if you have played it, it was more of an open world kind of game, and now if you played this version, it's completely different. It's more of a Call of Duty Zombies style. There is a reason why I did this, and I'll quickly go into it before I get into some gameplay here. So I was very ambitious with the previous game, the isometric version where you could switch in between top-down mode and third person. I did jump the gun with releasing it. I was very, after 2 years, I was very excited just to get it out there. But there were some things I missed during the lifespan of that game. And then I had to get eye surgery. This was around November. I got eye surgery. To cut it short, I don't want to ramble on about it. It was for the Victoria Police. If you haven't known, I'm from Australia, in Victoria. And I applied for a Victoria Police, and I was going to fail unless I got eye surgery. Before, I was short-sighted. Now I got 20/20 vision, 10/10 if you want to be more accurate. And that cost me a lot. That really took a hit in my finances. It was about $6,500. So that hit me hard, and during that period I had to stop support payment with Tech Shield, the guys who actually make the game itself. I couldn't continue on for that time being, so after the eye surgery, funnily enough, I still ended up failing the psychological interview for Victoria Police, so this eye surgery was pretty much for nothing. It was the only reason why I got it, but hindsight, I felt like I did dodge a bullet with Victoria Police. If you've seen how they are now, how they're treated, I feel like I've dodged a bullet, so that's good. Better yet, I got perfect vision now, so I've never thought it was possible to see this good. So if you are someone who is considering eye surgery, then definitely 100% get it. There are minor risks involved, of course, and they get you to sign something just in case, but it worked out perfectly for me, and the risks are very minimal, but they kind of have to tell you just in case. I'm kind of digressing here. So it was around March when I was making my final payments for the eye surgery. That's when I got back in contact with Tech Shield. And we were kind of talking about a different version of the game, just in case something like that, like my eye surgery, happened again. Now, with the previous game, the top-down mode, there was a lot of unfinished stuff. There was a lot of... if I could do it again, I would love to be more consistent. I would like to remake that game as it was. And that's kind of what I want to do with this new version. But there's a plan behind it, of course. So with the current game now, it's the wave by wave shooter type. After we do around 3 levels of that, that's when I kind of want to branch out and start that open world version again. Once we have enough proper gameplay, that's when I would like to branch out and do more of an open world scene. Try that aspect again. We'll see what happens, but the reason I want to make the wave by wave mode first is just in case something like this happens to me again, if I have to have surgery or I guess a big emergency happens, there's still going to be a free game out there that you can play, and there's not going to be any unfinished aspects of it, so it's going to be a finished game in a way, but there won't be any kind of missing pieces of it. It'll still be complete. So with that being said, let's get right into it. Let's open up the game. I'll quickly show you what we worked on and what to expect. Alright, so here we are on the main menu as we all know it. There are a couple of extra icons you can see on the top right. If we enter it, the first one is the character selection that will be in place with the new update. So what you see here with the character selection isn't final, so they will be changed up a bit more. But from here, if you read the article on Steam, we'll have about 5 characters to choose from to start off with some preset skins just to change it up a bit. So you got their background here, a bit of lore coming directly from my books, and you can just select them, play as them. It just mixes up the gameplay. Then instead of playing the same character like before, we go back. We can go into the weapon inspection, so you can choose a specific weapon, rotate it, look around. There's even more background regarding the gun in the game's world. Scrolling down, you can also look at the specific attachments that you can have during the gameplay. So if there was a specific icon, when you got an attachment, if you weren't sure what the icon was, you can take a look on the weapon inspection tab and get a better idea on what it does. So the first DLC that we're going to launch is the Supporter Pack 1. So it's going to be a skin called Bloody Mess that's going to be available for all 5 weapons that currently are in the game. You'll be able to, of course, change the skin and change the laser color. This DLC is going to be green. Ignore what you see here, that's just a placeholder. They don't do anything right now, they don't change the color at all, so there's only green with this DLC. Again, there's a few more tweaks that we'll have to change, but once this new update comes out, hopefully within a few weeks' time, you'll be able to purchase this DLC just to show some support if you want to. But besides that, that's pretty much everything kind of in the main menu area of it. Let's get into the actual gameplay just to show you the skins in effect. Some things have been removed with this level already. I'm sure you can tell if you have a good idea on how this level layout is. You can see on the wall here that the SMG now has the applied camo or skin, whatever you want to call it. Here you'll also notice that you can now see your weapons on your actual character. That's going to be a new update we've got there as well, just for a bit more realism. And here we are with the actual, the proper weapon skin and the laser. So that's going to be that's what's going to be looking like once you have the DLC applied. If you also read the Steam article, you'll notice that we're overhauling the Screamers. They're obviously zombies right now. That's kind of what the heat look like, but we're completely overhauling the Screamer as well. So look forward to that. But besides these other minor changes, we're going to have the new battle rifle added as well, plus a new map. So there's going to be some changes as well in regards to the gameplay. So I want to add endings to these levels. So instead of the only way to finish this game is dying, I want there to be an end game to it. So I want to add a front door to like the asylum level, for example. Have 3 keys. You got to find all 3 keys to exit the asylum, and there's going to be a big outdoor area that I want to add. And then whenever the player's ready, they can start a finale, and then they can escape, and they get like a bonus to their score if they end up surviving this finale. So it's kind of like a spike in difficulty, but it's a good way to finish the game if you don't want to kind of push on. And then you end up inevitably dying. So we're going to be adding that as well towards for the asylum level and the new one as well. But that's just about it for the video. So I do look forward to dropping this this update later on within a few weeks, hopefully. I appreciate whatever support that you've shown me so far. If you want to like, follow or subscribe, just to stay updated. But again, I do look forward to continuing to build this game and make it something more. So again, thanks again. Have a good day, and I'll see you some other time.